Welcome back to The Rhode Show. This morning in The Buzz, we all know that guns are a real big issue right now in this country. But how do you feel about your kids playing with toy guns? They're pretty common toys, but a Massachusetts boy has been threatened with suspension after he made a gun out of Legos during an after-school program. Hyannis school officials say the 5-year-old boy made the gun and then went around the classroom pointing it at students, making shooting sounds. School sent a letter home to his parents telling them he would be suspended if he did it again. Boy's parents said they explained to him that playing with toy guns at school is inappropriate, but also say the school blew the incident out of proportion. It's a real tough thing to handle. Everyone is on edge for obvious reasons in the past few months because of what happened in Connecticut and other places throughout the country. So I do understand that.
Absolutely.
I understand that kids, you know, they're using their imagination. Maybe guns is not the thing. Bringing it to school, talking to this kid and saying, hey, school is not the place for this, getting that message across is a good thing. Suspending him may be putting it a little too far.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I know growing up, I loved everything from, you know, squirt guns and whatever, any sort of gun that will, you know, spray silly string, whatever it might be.
Even the Nerf ones, like shoot at the Nerfs.
Exactly, the Nerf guns. I mean, those were all in good fun. They were harmless. They were, you know, it was foam. Nothing was going to hurt anyone. I remember not being allowed to play with a BB gun because that could potentially, you know,
shoot your eye out.
Some harm. Yeah, you'll shoot your eye out, exactly. But let's face it, kids are going to be kids. You can pick up a stick and be making gun sounds, and you know, they're using their imagination. This kid made one out of his Legos. So hey, first of all, I give him credit because all I could make out of Legos was like one thing standing straight up. But I mean, that's a child's imagination and creativity, and to completely reprimand him and suspend him from school or even threaten that, I feel like, yeah, maybe that is taking it too far. Call him into the principal's office at least and explain it to him.
You really got to explain the situation to him and really just lay it out and say, hey, this is not good. This can't happen again.
He's 5 years old.
Right.
He doesn't understand. How it can be taken.
But to that point, it's like, you know, we don't know what happened before that incident. He could be doing it at home and maybe his parents weren't watching him. And I know that when he did go home, his parents did talk to him, as the report said. And but I do think that the principal probably did blow it out of proportion a tad. And but it's nothing to take lightly. So if that's the extreme that they went to, I think that that's better than not doing anything at all, or not making sure that the parents knew, hey, we take this very, very seriously.
They might think that they have overreacted, but at least there was a reaction, a response to that.
And the school has to cover themselves. They have to make sure that they get the message out to these kids. And it's probably a good idea that they at least instill this message, even though he is only 5 years old and even though he was only playing, at least instill this message in the back of this kid's head saying, hey, this is not going to be tolerated. Don't do this again. Because as this kid grows older, God only knows what will happen. I mean, growing up myself, when I would play with guns all the time. We had a barrel and all the kids would come over, and the guns that we would play with aren't like the guns that you see now. Now they have like these orange tips on them so that you know that they were fake. But before, these guns looked like real guns. And I always wanted a BB gun. I always wanted a BB gun. I was never allowed to have a BB gun. But these other guns, I just used to have fun. We had an air gun. I used to put acorns in it and shoot the acorns out. That was the closest I got. That was it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one because it's not something to take lightly nowadays. But yeah, we do just want to have fun. But at least it instills those things
and gets the message across.
Exactly.
And gets the message across. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kids learn while they're young.
Yes, they do.
Exactly.
Yes, they do.
I think that's important. Well, we also asked our Facebook friends and Twitter followers what they felt about kids playing with toy guns, and we received a lot of feedback. And here's what some of them are saying. Greg Sylvia weighed in. He said, I think that the time of innocence of kids playing cops and robbers is on the way out. Unfortunately, it has become a reality, and exposing children to this will only reinforce the numbness to violence that our society has given to them through TV, music, movies, and especially violent video games.
That's probably right.
Well, Carol Sandre Saro says, I'm in my 60s and remember all the fun we had with guns growing up? There you go, cap guns, water pistols.
I loved my cap guns.
Air rifles, BB guns. So no one got hurt because we knew it was all make-believe. That said, I don't remember any of my relatives or parents' friends who owned a real gun.
No,
that's true. I didn't either.
Good point. Christopher Barber said, as a kid once, we all did it. It is not about guns, it's about parenting. We took away the power of teachers to enforce rules. We increase government dependency and don't make parents accountable. We need to get strict. Our country is declining fast. And Joe Power said, I get that it's a sensitive subject right now, but there isn't a single boy who didn't make a toy gun out of Legos.
Yep.
It's the first thing you learn to make aside from a stick. Cops and robbers, good guys, bad guys, was and is a part of growing up.